Добар ден, почитувани, добро дојдовте во новото издание на неделното интервју на Радио Слободна Европа. Гостин оваа недела е директорот на Светската банка во Република Македонија, господја Лилија Бурунчук. Ms. Burunchuk, the Doing Business report notes, as it is stated, that Macedonia is amongst the 10 economies that made the biggest strides in creating a regulatory environment more favorable to business. However, judging by media reports, one gets the impression that the report notes general progress in the economy. Is this the case?
Well, the fundamental premise of doing business is that economic activity requires good rules, and rules that are efficient and which are simple in implementation. Doing business looks at 11 areas where these rules are important for business environment, starting with opening a business, getting construction permits, employing people, registering property, and so on, and finishing with closing a business. Of course, doing business reforms don't measure all important factors that impact business activity. It doesn't measure, for example, the quality of labor force, or the quality of public administration, or the transparency of the procurement process in the country. But in the area in which it does measure, the government did make good progress. It takes time to see the changes in the economy, but we can already see that investment, both domestic and foreign, is increasing, and there is increased economic activity in the country overall.
Granted, it has become very easy to start a business in the Republic of Macedonia, but then what? How do you rate the support for the startups in the country?
We've been hearing these messages from businesses as well, and this issue of access to finance is coming up regularly in surveys of businesses. In Macedonia, it appears that problems are with high requirements for collateral, or with the underdevelopment of other sources of financing and instruments for financing, like leasing, factoring, export insurance, or venture capital, and more needs to be done to develop this. Also, for the small and medium enterprises, what is important is some support for business development, business plan development, analysis of markets, standards for products, and there is some support providing in these areas, but probably not enough, and more could be done to support SMEs.
With the small and medium enterprises constituting more than 3/4 of the Macedonian economy, one would expect the progress in the economic growth. However, growth has not been above 2% on an annual basis for the past several years. What is holding it back?
Macedonia has done relatively better than other countries in the region while going through the crisis. In 2009, the output decreased very slightly. And in 2010, it did grow slowly, but it did grow. And there was a significant spike in growth at the beginning of this year, reaching levels higher than 5%. However, the high unemployment, the problems with high trade deficit create some risks which require some additional efforts to support growth in the future. What successful economies in the world show is that higher growth rates over a longer period, a sustained period of time, require very good education, very good skills, people skills, strong human capital, require sustained high investments in infrastructure, require long-term and very clear and consistent and predictable policies that are implemented by a capable public administration. And all this on top of very strong macroeconomic performance.
Is this noticeable in Macedonia at present?
Macedonia has done quite well on the macroeconomic performance. Its fiscal policies, its monetary policies have been quite solid and good, and it should build on this basis. But more needs to be done to improve the level of education. More needs to be done to invest in productive infrastructure. And more needs to be done to have predictable rules for all businesses in the longer term. And you have to make some sacrifices today in order to get a better quality of life for the population and for the future of the country. It means that at the level of individual, for example, I would not buy a car today, but I would use the money to invest in the education of my children. The same applies for the government. The government may not spend as much money today on salary and pensions, but invest more on infrastructure, which will create the basis for higher growth and better development in the future.
While on the subject of growth, the EBRD has changed its projections for growth of the Macedonian economy. If one keeps an eye on the public's eye, one can get the impression that the primary reason is the crisis in neighboring Greece. Is this the sole reason?
In terms of the risks, there exist significant risks in the current very uncertain environment, and of course the developments in Greece and in the Eurozone are impacting Macedonia, because Macedonia's exports, most of Macedonian exports are going to the Eurozone. And a prolonged crisis in Greece and in Eurozone will have a negative impact on Macedonia, unfortunately.
What can Macedonia do to decrease these risks?
Well, Macedonia is a small country and has a small market, and it has limited domestic instruments which can fully mitigate the impact of these external factors. But there are still steps which Macedonia can do to improve, to mitigate some of the possible consequences. First and foremost is keeping up with a very stable macroeconomic environment. Macedonia has done very well in the last decade. It has had prudent fiscal policies. It had solid monetary policies. It has a good and solid financial sector, and it should continue with these policies in the future. It should also prepare for the future and not build up any risks in the system by not for example, increasing the wages and pensions, so that it leaves room in the leaves fiscal space to be able to react in case of some fiscal pressures brought by the crisis in the future, and with the freed up resources, create an environment, a less costly environment for businesses to operate by investing in infrastructure and improving the doing business environment, which the government is obviously doing, as showed by the doing business results. Another thing that the government can do and should do is to try to protect its poor, because the poor are the ones who are most vulnerable to shocks. It can further improve its social protection systems and make sure that its systems are effective and are reaching the people who need the assistance the most.
Thank you, Ms. Burunčuk. Тоа е се за ова издание на неделното интервју на Радио Слободна Европа, повторна средба за 7 дена.